What's going on, family? Look, I've never heard this term before. Is this new? Is this something that's been in rotation for a long time? Y'all help me out. This young lady on TikTok has some choice words for Claressa Shields. A lot of people got choice words for her, man. I want to hear what she had to say about this because there's a few things that I heard that I wasn't really on board with, but we're going to talk about it.
Clarissa got ugly girl syndrome. She got ugly girl syndrome. And hear me out. But she got ugly girl syndrome. And we all seen it. We all see it. And no tea to nobody. No tea to nobody. But this is just what I call it. I call it ugly girl syndrome. Because okay, this is what I used to have. And I don't think I'm ugly. But I noticed a long time ago, ugly girls and fat girls treat a relationship different. They will cook, clean, do everything, wash, they do all of the things. They treat the guy like a king because I can't do any better. I'm lucky that you even came over here. We see it time and time again.
Okay, now I see where this is going. Gotcha. Let's go ahead and get this out the way real quick. A woman who has love or respect for her person of interest is going to reciprocate according. That does not have nothing to do with being insecure. It has nothing to do with trauma. Has nothing to do with being a pick me and all of these words that you try to make negative so they'll just stop giving guys decent to fair treatment because you feel like this dude is just beneath you or whatever the case may be. A lot of these talking points they always come off as projection. It's like what you're really saying is you didn't have the greatest experiences with the type of men that you were attracted to, and now you're bitter about it. And the best way to protect yourself from getting hurt or being humbled is to categorize yourself as being something that you know that you're not necessarily equated to, to cushion the blow when things don't work out how you want it. Why do y'all do that? What is wrong with treating somebody good, especially a man who's doing everything in his possible uh, ability to make sure that he shows you that he loves, respects you, and he holds you to a certain degree of standard? We're not talking about losers and dudes who ain't worth a damn. We're talking about good, decent men. What's the harm in that? Now, if you refer to someone with no self esteem and they just going out of their way to prove themselves to others to fit in, that's one thing. But you sound like you just saying a whole bunch of nothing because of your own personal shit.
Where the guy thinks he is the prize, and you lucky I'm talking to you. She has ugly girl syndrome. What happens in ugly girl syndrome when a girl thinks that, oh my god, I'm so ugly, or I have not, she's built, we're watching her building her, we are watching her build her confidence. But the problem is she's building it in response to a man. She's not building it in response to women. So it's allowing her to become male centered, but male centered in a way that she probably has never ever really been able to come. We see this happen, and it does not. Sorry, dark girls who are not traditionally, well kept, and who got the moms who make sure they're in the best outfits, their hair done, all of those things. They are hated upon in the world.
No, they're not. Most men love every color and denomination that's out there. Everybody got a preference. Don't you have one? All right. What's the problem? Now, in terms of Hollywood and media, they do tend to trade more so towards light skinned people But let's not act like in a dating market nobody is checking for y'all. That's not the case. It has nothing to do with that. Me personally, it never had anything to do with that. If you had a horrible ass personality and you were rude, obnoxious, we're just not compatible. Our communication is nowhere near where it's needed for us to be in the same space for long periods of time. Then yeah, but I hate the colorism stuff. And then also, I will say this: any woman who is building herself off of the approval of others, that's a no go. You got to love you through and through, regardless of how anybody else see you. That means you got to love yourself enough to not be out here dressing like a 304. You got to love yourself enough not to be out here having sex with married men with kids. You got to love yourself enough to call women out when they be on bullshit, when they say stupid things. You got to walk with class. You have to have a spiritual grounding to where you don't worry about how others feel about your stance and your relationship with the creator. If you want to take care of your man and he take care of you, what's the problem? But you don't go out of your way to pour into people who are not pouring into you, period. And it has nothing to do with being unattractive or not. And what she don't understand is these men and women that y'all swear are unattractive, guess what? They typically treat people better than the ones that are attractive.
They are. And we see it because those girls, they do try to date the black men. The black men aren't. As one of those girls, the black men don't really fuck with us until they get older. But it develops all of this weird ass fucking trauma, especially you're already masculine and she boxes. So she's already low key cooked from femininity as cooked can fucking get. But then you add on everything else. That's why a lot of those women date white men. Serena Williams, Venus Williams, Gabri, the one who played Precious. I don't think I can't remember her last name, but think about it. That's why that shit happens. It happens time and time again, and y'all don't see it. Papoose was probably one of the first guys who told her that she looked like something. She approached him, and they tend to do that. She approached him, and don't ask me how my man like his eggs cooked. Don't I'm gonna cook for my man. I'm gonna clean for my man. I'm gonna do everything for my man. My man, my man, my man, my man. But the man is shitballs because she got ugly girl syndrome. She's not gonna get out of it until she's getting the confidence, but she can't see nothing else other than what Papoose is saying. Because before Papoose, she wasn't the pretty girl.
And how do you really know what she was and who she was? Like, seriously. Now, I do think that her self esteem is a little chopped for real to be going after someone who's married. But I think you're going a little extreme with the ugly girl syndrome. And to be honest with you, she looks better than you, ma'am. But that's just my opinion. I'm not here to judge or rate you or nothing like that. But it sounds like you got so much hate in your heart. People can date whoever they want. I don't understand it. I think that a lot of women in these fields of work, they date within their tax bracket, and it don't have nothing to do with love at all. I think a lot of men and women in the industry do it. If y'all really wanted something simplistic and real, you would take different avenues to get to that point. Now, I don't know, man. This should be really tripping me out.
She wasn't a pretty girl. She wasn't the sought after pretty girl. We see those girls tend to be male centered and they stay male centered for a while until that man dog walks them constantly. Constantly.
Well, guess what? Was Lotto male centered? Oh, wait. Was Cardi B male centered? Is Sexy Red male centered? How about Jennifer Lopez, Beyonce, Megan Fox? Do I need to continue? Carucci. Are they male centered? What are you talking about? This is how you can tell when some of these motherfuckers be in their feelings when they talk. This should be coming from a real deep seated hurt place. You can't be unbiased at all. Maybe she's not a 9 or a 10, but I know damn well she ain't had a hard time dealing with people. It's I said it before, she don't have the experience to be in a real relationship. Not to be dealing with somebody that's married. But come on, man.
And again, Papoose also likes hard up women. But the thing is, Remy was different because Remy was already pretty. Remy already had her confidence built. That was the difference. So what she's trying to emulate is that natural confidence, but she doesn't have it. She's trying to get there. She's getting there, but it's going to be one of those things that she doesn't get until she gets out of Papoose. Once she leaves Papoose and she builds it up by herself, then she'll be able to see how fucked up this man had her. She'll be able to see it then. But right now, we also got to think like she's young. She's young and she's going through all of this in quiet times. Now, granted, I don't like Claressa. I don't like her at all. I think
Clearly.
everything she's going through is her of her own fault and kind of, it's karma for her ass. But at the same time, I know what's happening. It's ugly girl syndrome. That's all. She just, once she gets her confidence, she'll get out of it. But right now, you can't tell nobody that. Think about, low key, think about somebody who is not conventionally pretty, is not by standards of what pretty is. Think about how they move. Think about how they move. Shit, bro. Anybody over 30, we know how they treated fucking dark skinned people back in the day. We was every African booty scratcher and every darkness and every ha 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 joke there fucking was. We weren't cute. Even if you could be the bad. Them niggas now that them dark skinned niggas with the pretty teeth, were dark skinned niggas with pretty teeth when they were younger. Y'all was clowning on them niggas too, and them niggas was clean looking to girls. Bro, as a kid, granted, my skin. I hadn't had this skin. I had long, pretty ass fucking hair. I'd have been cutting my hair, but I was still ugly. I was cute as shit. I was the cutest little fucking chocolate ass dark skinned girl. And I'm talking about my mom dressed to the tens, bobos, cute, hair, cute, stayed in the salon because my mom couldn't do long hair. Gold jewelry. I had a hoochie mama for a mom. I'm talking about rings. I'm talking about big ass updos and rings on every finger ass mom. I'm talking about gold tooth and big ass earrings. I stayed in some gold jewelry. That's why I stay in some gold jewelry now. But I wasn't T. I didn't become T until college. Until maybe high school people tried to fuck on me. But then college. Yeah.
So let's get this clear. You had a horrible upbringing when it comes to mating or dealing with people outside of your skin complexion. They check more or less for the light skins. Once you got older, went off to school, start having your phase, and the men started to pass you around, or the simps and the guys who poured into you and kissed your ass, and they were pretty much settling for you because they couldn't get to the next one that they really actually wanted. It inflated your ego. That's why you feel as if men aren't the prize, or they don't deserve to get the same type of treatment that women do, because you got to a place in life where you were surrounded by men who didn't have no structure, boundaries whatsoever. They just let you do whatever you wanted. They didn't check you for your attitude, your ego, or nothing. But when you were younger, the atmosphere was completely different. So now you got this resentment towards people because of how you were treated, and this is your way of what, taking revenge out on everybody who overlooked you, because these men still out here lying to you, trying to make you be something that you're actually not. And I ain't the greatest looking brother in the world neither, but at least I own it and I can admit it, and I carry that, and I'm confident because I'm clean. I take care of my body and everything else, and I'm, that's neither here nor there. But you want some hate and stuff, and it's clear because you just said you don't like her.
Yeah. Niggas hated me. Hated my guts. Hated my guts. Now and then, so I dated the, oh my god, the popular guy at the time, and he was some fucking trash. And I stayed with that guy, had a fucking baby with that guy, and for a very, very long time, longer than I fucking probably should have. And
There it is. I thank you for your testimony. Why did you have a child with somebody that was trash? What attracted you to him? These are the things that we need answers to. See, you calling her out for her bad decisions and choices, and you're claiming that she has all this going on, but clearly you're basically talking about yourself. That's what this whole video comes down to, folks. She's talking about her. This ain't got nothing to do with Claressa Shields. This is about her.
you couldn't tell me shit about this nigga. He was a piece of shit. Is a piece of shit. Couldn't tell me shit about him. But I thought I was so male centered. Oh my god, he's so nice and da da da. And I was male centered for a very long time until I realized that these niggas were not shit and it was me. And the whole time I'm fucking gay. That's how male centered I was. I was so male centered, I didn't know a bitch was gay. So, that's just what happens.
Ain't that some shit? The most ironic thing I done heard this entire fucking story time, or whatever you want to call it. Ma'am, you've been confused your whole life. You love us. You just mad that you were attracted to dickheads. They did you wrong. You weren't attracted to the guys that were actually good for you. And then you just ended up converting to something else. And on top of that, to summarize all of it, you masculine as shit. And the fact that you have an issue with women who want to be with men tell me that you have a problem with authority, or you just don't like being told what to do. You want to be in control of everything. That was a twist. Tell me what y'all think in the comment section, man. This is wild. Claressa Shields, you do need to grow up a little bit, man. But I don't think it got anything to do with ugly girl syndrome, whatever the fuck you talking about. I just look at that like it's a self-esteem situation. Y'all tell me how y'all feel. You agree with her, you disagree with her.